Okay, I will start the first function, which is addition. So when the program start to run, the main menu will be displayed. There will be the welcome and choose option to the user. The user can choose the operation that they would like to perform. So the first function, if the user choose option 1, the addition calculator function will be displayed. The user will be prompted to enter the first number. Next, enter the second number. So the operation for equal and plus and total has been declared. The two's number prompt by the user also has been declared as num9 and num10. So next, after the user choose the option 1, which is addition, it will automatically jump to function L1. In the L1 coding, the first and the second number that entered by the user will be stored in the EAX register. Once the software has successfully read the both integer, it will go on the addition function and carry out the addition using the EAX register. Next, the two numbers will be added together and will be put in the EAX register. Lastly, the system will call all the numbers stored in the register, and then the calculation will be printed out at the output.
Okay, so before we start, let's start with debug first. Okay, so as we debug, it will go to the main menu. So we want to show you the subtraction. Okay, so the subtraction, it will first enter the subtraction main menu, which is on the coding. It will come out here, the subtraction prompt to byte subtraction calculator, which means to print out the subtraction. Okay, and then menu 2 as byte enter 2, which means the menu 2 is for the subtraction option. Okay, and then prompt 16 and prompt 17 is for the option when the user need to enter the number. Okay, and then we define the minus with as byte and number 4 and number 5 for our first and second number. Okay, so let's try example. We put 23 and negative 10 in our output, so it will come out like this. Okay, so how the coding looks like. Okay, so let's go to loop 2. Okay, loop 2 is here. Okay, first output to prompt 2. Okay, output to prompt 2, which means the subtraction calculator menu. Okay, and then output to menu 2, which means it will go to the enter two numbers, which first number is y, second number is y. Okay, so prompt for the first number, which means it will read the first number, which is 23. Okay, and then it will move the 23 into the EAX. Okay, and then prompt for the second number, which is negative 10. Negative 10 will be read, and then it will save into the EAX. Okay, so for the in the same register EAX, it will move on to the subtraction process, which is we define the first number with number 4, which is 23. Okay, and then it will subtract in the same register with negative 10, or we define as number 5. Okay, and then the total of the subtraction will be moved on the same register, which is EAX. Okay, so at the end we will need to print the total of the console or the whole operation. So we print out the first number with we call out the number 4, which is 23. So we come out with positive 23. Okay, and then we print out the subtraction sign, which is the minus. Okay, and then it will print number 5, which is negative 10, and then the equal sign, and lastly print out the total, which is we call move EAX total in the register, the total in the EAX register, and then it will come out positive 33, and then it will continue to jump to main menu again.
My name is Nurul Athirah binti Salihuddin, number matric 1200605. I'll present the multiplication in this calculator. So for do multiplication, the user can enter 3 integers, and then for the code, it will print the title, which is the multiplication, and then it will ask the user to print to enter 3 integers, and then after the integers have been input into the program, it will compare the integers with 0, and if the integer is unsigned, it will jump not signed to L12. If it is signed integer, at least one signed integer, it will jump to L3, and it will use imal instruction. For the unsigned integers, it will use mal instruction, and after that it will print out the total of the all multiplication. So if I run it, so I want to use multiplication, so I will enter 3, and then I will enter any number for first integer. So for this, I got a negative integer because I put one signed integer and two unsigned integers. That's all.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nauffal Firdaus bin Muhammad Khalil. My matrix number is 1200604. Today I will show our program. So I will demonstrate the division program. So the division program is at number 4. So we must key in the number 4 to choose the division. Okay, so after we choose the division program, the program will bring us to the division section, where it will ask to choose either signed integer or unsigned integer. So I will go with the signed integer first. For signed integer, it can divide the number with the sign, like positive and or negative. So the first integer is the dividend. I will go with 100, and then the second integer is the divisor. So I'll try with the negative number, see either it can work. Okay, it can work. So it shows us the answer, negative 50. Okay, and then I'll go with the division again. Okay, so now I will choose the unsigned integer. Let us try. For the unsigned integer, the integer cannot be signed, like positive or negative. It cannot have any sign. So I'll try if it have a sign. Okay, so the answer will be in the. It will not show the correct answer. So I'll try again. With the unsigned integer. Okay. So if we use the unsigned integer, we cannot put any sign at the integer, so it can show us the true answer. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Now let's proceed with the function to find the power of a number. So let's try running the code by pressing Ctrl F5. So for the first run, we will test for unsigned integer. So but when we execute the program, so the program will ask the user to input the base number, and then for the second part, the program will ask the user to input exponent value. So the exponent here mean the power. So we will enter 2. So here 2 to the power of 2 will be equal to 4. So using other calculator we will get the same result. So here is the flags to see where the value is. So in the code, the total is from is_x to total. So here is is_x equal to 4 and ax also equal to 4 because of the total. To use the function again, we need to run the program again. So just press Ctrl F5. For the second run, we will use a sign value. So here we put -2 and the power of 2, it will result to 4. So -2, the power of 2 will become 4 and enter to exit. Bear in mind that our calculator is only capable of receiving signed and unsigned value. So let's try to enter other than unsigned and signed values such as string. So here it says invalid integer and also invalid integer. Why it will receive 0 to the power of 0 equal to 1? This is because of the value we will put here. Move is_x equal to 1. So basically we have initialized register is_x with value to 1. Even though it is not signed or unsigned value, it actually invalid. The 1 here is not the input that have been given by the user. It is because of the value that have been initialized in the is_x register. So that's all for the power function. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adib Samsudin, number metric 1200442. So I will show to you how to use min calculator. So at main menu we can see that min of a set number is at the 6th option. So we just enter 6. So we need to enter 2 number. So let's say I put 2 plus 2 and then it will divide by 2. So we can see that we get positive 2 with remainder 0. So let's say if I put negative number, so negative 2 plus with negative 2 and we will divide by 2, so we will get negative 2 with remainder 0.